Welcome to Reckless Paradise, everyone. I am your host, Marissa, and I'm here with my co-host, Dystro. Say hi.
Hello, everyone.
Happy Sunday, everybody. I hope everybody had a very good weekend. I had a good weekend. My sister was here for the weekend, so we got to hang out and do some fun stuff. What about you? How was your weekend, Dystro?
My weekend was alright. Went to a wrestling show last night
Oh,
and
that's cool.
got back at like 10 something.
Yeah, it was around 10:30 when you got back, I believe.
Yeah, and then I woke up the next morning, went to work woke up this morning, went to work, and then just had some agonizing back pain, but it's feeling a little bit better now.
Well, at least it's Sunday and you don't have to work again until Thursday, so
hmm
time to relax. As for most of the other people, it's kind of the start of another school or work week, but
hmm
oh my goodness. But, anyways, thank you for joining us tonight. We hope you enjoyed the episode. We're officially halfway through spooky season already, or Rectober for those of you who are listening to the show. That's crazy. Like, this whole year has flown by so quick, and it's scary. Like, I don't know if it's just because we're adults now.
I think it's just because we're creating so many, I guess, memories on the podcast and stuff. But then outside the podcast and stuff, we're just creating moments around us, I guess. But
Yeah, I
then,
guess you could put it that way.
but then, and then I guess it's just because it is we are getting older. Because like in 2 months, I'm getting a year older. So
You're gonna be 25.
with
25.
24, 25.
25. Hey, at least you got a good joke for your age.
Yeah. Well,
Well, it was the Nobody Likes You When You're 23 last year, but
yeah. Let's have what you said about that today, huh?
anyways, so tonight's episode, we are doing a random ranking episode, ACDC edition. This will be episode 3 for the ACDC edition, but this is the trick or treat special. There's a little bit of a twist with this. So, behind the scenes, I asked Daisha trick or treat, and each one had a different dilemma. For trick, which is what he chose in this case, for trick, I add one song, um, so we make it like 11 instead of 10. But he doesn't find out the song until basically right now, till tonight, and he has to incorporate that song in his ranking, which could shape. The way I did this is when I went and did my randomizer list, I did the top 10 that came up, and then whatever was number 11 on the list, that's what I put for the wild card, we'll call it in this case. So
hmm
the 10 songs that are up for grabs tonight go as follows: Send for the Man, Whole Lotta Rosie, Giving the Dog a Bone, Wheels, Two's Up, Sink the Pink, Shake Your Foundations, Hard as a Rock, Down Payment Blues, and The Jack. Now, here is the curveball. You ready?
Yeah. Let me, I guess, just write it down.
Write it down,
Yeah.
write it down.
Okay. Hang on. Make sure my pen was working. Okay, go.
Just has to go find, just has to literally leave the episode and go buy a pen.
Okay.
So, the song that came in at number 11, it's actually very ironic. Uh, Jailbreak.
Okay.
Yeah, it's ironic because today, I didn't know this, today, on this day in 84, they released the EP 74 Jailbreak. Now, for context, Jailbreak was included on the Australian version of Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap, which was their second album by AC/DC. For most people, it's actually their third album because they came out with TNT as well as a separate album for Australian release. But in 84, they released the 74 Jailbreak EP to the US and to the world because we didn't have access to that song yet until 84. So, kind of ironic that this came up as number 11. So, this is going to shake things up a little bit. But in my case, I already knew about the song, so I already put it in my ranking. But for you, oh boy.
I think I had already found a place for it too. So
I'll give you as much time as you need, my dude. I can kill time if you need to.
yeah, I'm probably gonna. Well, I could just put it where.
Just sets a timer for like 30 seconds.
Okay. Yeah, you can go on ahead. I gotta write down it.
Now, as for the treat, I believe the treat was. Fuck, I already forgot what the treat was.
It was like if two songs were tied, you would add them as one.
Okay, yeah. For treat, you have the right to make two songs a tie. So, like, if you couldn't choose between first place and second place for ranking, you can
It
just
would be
say
tied.
tie. They're
Yeah.
both first place.
Right.
So that would
Yeah.
have been the treat. But we both picked Trick, and I'm saying both because Thursday we're doing the same thing again, but for Def Leppard, and this time Dystro picks the 11th song. So, and I already know he's gonna freaking screw me over because Def Leppard, I literally love every fucking song, but like there's some songs that like I love more than others. So I already fucking know he's gonna fucking torture me over here.
I mean, you don't know. I might go easy on. Hey, don't backsass me. Don't backsass me.
But yeah, we're gonna do the same thing on Thursday. I told myself when I was doing the schedule, I'm like, okay, we have to like make these Halloween related somehow. I'm like, oh, let's do a trick or treat special where behind the scenes I'll ask you trick or treat and you just tell me what you want and then I'll give you the dilemma. So kind of
Mm.
worked.
Yeah.
Write it down, write it down. If you're a Team Edge fan, like an old school Team Edge fan from YouTube, you know what I'm talking about. Speaking of Team Edge, I can't believe they're done, my guys. Like, for those of you who don't know who Team Edge is, it's a kind of like a challenge channel. Like, it really originally started off as three guys. Well, it's brothers and then brother-in-law. They started off like doing challenges, and eventually they grew into like a bigger crew, and their challenges got bigger, their channel got bigger, and they stopped. They literally just posted a video like last week saying that this is the end of Team Edge. They're gonna go off and do their own thing, their own separate channels, their vlog channels. There's no animosity. It's just like they're gonna go do their own thing now, which I get that. They've been doing it for a very long time. I grew up watching them in like middle school, so if you're a Team Edge fan like me, man, like God bless y'all. Like Team Edge was amazing. I literally spent the whole weekend watching Team Edge.
Damn.
Write it down.
Yeah. Just kill time a little bit. I'm just.
We are 8 minutes in, ladies and gentlemen.
We sure we are.
Oh man. But if you guys haven't seen already, in the community tab on our YouTube page, I made an announcement. I believe it was yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
um, Saturday, I should say. We have a returning guest joining us for our final episode of the month for spooky season, which happens to be our annual serial killers episode, where we each do research on one serial killer and talk about it with you guys. So we do have a returning guest for that. I wonder who it's gonna be. You guys will have to find out. That is scheduled for the final Sunday of the month, which is October 29th. So you won't want to miss that. That's gonna be a really good episode. I still need to do research. I already know who I'm doing,
I
but
already know who I'm doing.
I won't reveal it here.
All
Oh,
right.
the hiccups.
I'm good. I'm good.
9 minutes later.
Hey, hey.
Can we move along? I'm running out of time cards.
Can move on. I'm running out of time.
Okay, so let's start this. So I guess we can start at number 11 because now there are 11 songs.
So 11 for me, but then when we get to number 10, it's just like as usual.
Well, no, it's going to be 11. It's still going to be 11.
All right.
I did it too.
Oh my god. All right. So my number 11. I did the Jack, and
Ow.
then yeah, I know.
Ow, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Starting off hot.
I did choose up.
Okay.
I'll explain why in a minute, but let's hear what you have to say.
I think for me, the Jack, it's like it's not in, I guess, my hearing circle. I guess I should say, like it's not, it's not a song that I'll just pop on, be like, oh yeah, okay. And plus, I don't hear it as much. I don't hear it a lot, actually.
Wow, jeez,
Yeah. So that's why I put it so low.
that's all right. I'll get to that when I get to it. For me, Two's Up from Blow Up Your Video. It's actually kind of my least listened to song from Blow Up Your Video. I don't hate it. It's just I'm not the one to listen to it all the time. Um, Kind of like a weaker kind of track from Blow Up Your Video in my case. Boulder Video doesn't get talked about enough, and I really, really like that album. It's actually my most listened to AC/DC album according to the Last FM website, which tracks your Spotify plays and stuff. It's actually my most listened to album by AC/DC. I really like the album. It's just this song. It's not my go-to for that album, but I do like it. So,
Right. I get that.
all right, on to number 10. Um, in this case, I went with Wheels.
I put hard as a rock.
Ooh, okay.
I got a rock.
So with Wheels, this is from Black Ice. Another really, really good album. I know you really enjoyed that album.
Mhm.
My cat's got the zoomies. Um,
Hopefully you don't knock anything over this.
oh, I'll be so mad. Okay, so with Wheels, same kind of situation with Two's Up. I heard Wheels a lot in my childhood, though, in this case, so it was kind of overplayed for me as a kid. Um, but now it's like kind of one of the weaklings from Black Ice. It's not my go-to. It's kind of cheesy if you think about it. It's just basic lyrics. Um, but again, not knocking down the song. It's still a good song. I still value it very much. But again, it's not my go-to in this case. There are songs that rank way above this one.
Right. I get that. For it's not. It's kind of the exact same for me as hard as a rock. Like, and plus, same with the Jack. Like, I don't hear it as much either. And plus, there's the top five that I have, or I should say top six. Top six that I have. I would listen to I listen to them more than the others and stuff.
Yeah,
So that's my, I guess, reasoning.
it's all right. All right, number 9. What'd you get?
Giving the dog a bone.
Okay. I remember we really fucking kind of trashed that song and we didn't even hear it at the time. Like we didn't even listen to that album yet. So for context, our very first breakdown episode we did was Back in Black. Little did we know we hadn't listened to that album yet. And we hadn't really heard that song. So we kind of fucking knocked it. So like part of me wants to redo that episode, but I don't know. My number 9, I put Down Payment Blues from Power Rangers.
Ouch.
For me, okay, for me, I've listened to Power several times. I love the album. It's again kind of a situation again where I don't play this song often. It's a good song. I do know what it sounds like. Obviously, it's Bon Scott era. I mean, hello, it's obviously going to be good. But
Hmm.
like, I don't play it often. It's not like I'm kind of going in terms of replay value. In this case,
Hmm.
I don't play this one much, but it's really good. I love Power Rangers as a whole. Um, but for me, it's just there's stuff that ranks way higher.
I'm actually the same, but thing is for me, giving the dog a bone, I hear it way too much. That's why I knock it way down. And I'm like, oh my god, like I don't want to hear, fucking Brian, giving the dog a bone. And it was
Giving
like,
the dog a bone.
and I'm like, I'm like, like I've said this to you like off camera, and I've said like, could you imagine like if somebody in the like a song or songs, they'll like just say like, well, give the dog a bone, damn it, it's just like just something like that. That'd be kind of funny. Uh, I've actually done that. Like, I've done my own like little commentary on it. Just being like, give the dog a bone, damn
Didn't
it.
we do that with an album we heard like not too long ago?
um, I think we did it with
Get him a
was it?
damn doctor! Fucking Van Halen too.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah,
Oh god. Okay. So yeah, so I guess that's nine.
yeah, yeah. That's 9.
Number eight. I kind of this one was kind of hard because at this point, once I started reaching number eight and on, I was like, oh shit. Either way, this is just gonna hurt. Um, I went with "Send for the Man," but it kind of hurts me to put it low. I'm not gonna lie
I'm actually shocked that you put it there.
because there's three tracks from "Fly on the Wall" here. I'm like, okay, I gotta go in terms with which track is superior over the others.
All right. Well, I put twos up here.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. What do you have to say about Two's Up?
Again, it's like in terms of replay value, I don't hear this song that much. Um, I mean, you could say that for the Jack and Hard as a Rock and all that stuff, but Two's Up's like it's not like one of those tracks like that kind of impacted me in a way, I guess. Um,
It's
what?
long.
Yeah, and it's very long. What album is that from again?
Blow up your video.
All right, and like I mean, there's like more. Just say it. There's more replay value songs on that album, and Tubes Up is not one of them.
Heat Seeker.
Well, I'm gonna say Heat Seeker, yes, obviously, but I remember that one episode where we did a top 10. It was a random ranking, and you're like, I bet you're not gonna guess what I put for number one. And I said like, I was like, I don't know what is it, and you're like Heat Seeker. I was like, I just felt such a freaking
Actually,
idiot.
no, I don't think it was random ranking. I think it was our top 10 AC/DC songs list.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right, that's right.
Like way back in like
Hmm.
December or January. Oh
Hmm.
man, she's a feel old. So, Send for the Man, I've said this time and time again. Fly on the Wall will forever be my favorite AC/DC album, and this is probably my favorite AC/DC closer. Um, but there's one other one as well that I like. I can't think of it off the top of my head. Oh, Ball Breaker. I like Ball Breaker for that Ball Breaker album. Send for the Man's really cool. It fades out at the end. It's a very basic song. A lot of people knock it down for some reason, but I personally like it. Um, I feel bad for putting it low, but there's like I said, there's more replay value higher up. I haven't heard this song in a bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm actually due to do some AC/DC reruns of some albums, and I think this might be one of them.
I might do the exact same thing.
I think I said the same thing the other night with like Billy Talent. I want to rerun some of the albums just for the hell of it. But moving forward, number seven, would you put?
I put Wheels here.
Okay, that's fine. This is where I put "Giving the Dog a Bone."
Oh, okay.
So for me, I actually really like this song. I played it a lot in the spring, back when I was like going through like my huge Spotify phase, where I was like trying to get hours early for Spotify Wrapped, which is
Hmm.
actually coming up soon. So I better get listening. But I played this song a lot, especially in the car. I really like it. It's like one of those like underrated gems from Back in Black. Like you gotta remember, Back in Black is like all hits. It's all singles, all number one hits, one way or another. And I feel like this one doesn't get talked about enough. Really good song. I really like it. The whole album in general is just very strong because it's their first album without Bond. So, hats off to them. They didn't have to make an album the year he died, but they did. They worked their tailbones off, and again, hats off to them. Um, but man, like, I'm surprised. Like, a lot of these random ranking episodes were getting the fly on the wall stuff.
I think it's just because they were like, you need to do it more. Or like, I guess, I guess in a way, I guess it's kind of good that we're bringing up some of this stuff now because we might go back and re-listen to Fly on the Wall, maybe on our own time. But I mean, I will
Yeah.
probably. but don't know.
So what do you have to say about Wheels?
I mean, it's from Black Ice. I mean, come on. But
I know you like Black Ice. Like you're really, really biased towards that album. That's good.
I was gonna say, well, I'm not totally biased,
Yes, you
but
are. Yes, you are.
I'm not saying like, oh, it's like the best album of the fucking world, but like it has some really good songs on there. I mean, there are some songs like it's hit or miss, obviously, but I didn't put Wheels too high, but I didn't put it too low. I put it like right, kind of in the middle, almost, kind
Yeah.
of. um, I mean, there's nothing else to say about it.
There we go. All right. Number 6. So this is where I put the Jack.
I put a whole lot of Rosie here.
Okay, that's fine. What do you have to say about that one?
Sorry, I'm chewing.
Maybe no, fine. I'll go first. I'll let you chew. You've had a long weekend. So with the Jack, this has a little more of a sentimental value to me. I've heard this song a lot in my childhood. Now, as you guys may recall, I mentioned that I have a live AC/DC album from like 1990, 1991. Um, and Brian Johnson actually performed that song on that album. What's funny is this track is from the debut album, High Voltage, back when Bon Scott was still in the group. So it was different hearing Brian sing it, but I actually liked it. Believe it or not, actually, Brian's version was the first one I heard before I even heard the Bon Scott version. Um, but once I heard the Bon Scott version, I'm like, oh wow, like this is like super similar to Brian's. Like Brian kind of kept the same style, which I really like. Brian pretty much filling in Bon Scott's shoes in that way. So I had to put this a little higher than the rest just because of sentimental value. A lot of childhood memories with this song. It's actually my dad's favorite song. So
Cool. Hmm. Me with like a whole lot of Rosie. I mean, it was actually kind of cool to hear Bond's voice because I hadn't heard Bond's voice at all prior to us doing the ACDC album pilgrimage and stuff. And and then like when you showed me the video of Let There Be Rock, I was like, okay, so it was like I kind of knew like what we were like what I was getting into, and then when I heard a whole lot of Rosie, I was like, oh, I was like, this is really good because when I first did the list before you put the through the curveball in there, I had this at another spot, but then I had to move it to another spot, and I was like, crap. But I mean, it wasn't like too much of like a task for me to rewrite it, so I just had to put the jailbreak somewhere. Um, but I actually liked Whole Lotta Rosie. It was actually kind of like groovy and and stuff.
now that I think about it, that's the closing track for Let There Be Rock, which is another really good album.
Hmm.
Oh, well. Top 5 time. Oh boy. Here we go. Number 5. This is where I put Shake Your Foundations.
I put down Paving Blues here.
Oh wow. That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
All right, for fuck me for a minute. Like, I want to hear what you have to say about Down Payment Blues. I'm actually curious.
That's from Fly on the Wall, right?
Powerage.
Powerage. Okay.
That's
Yeah.
Bond.
I keep mixing those up. Let me take a swig here real quick.
Let
I
me
have
take
to.
a swig real quick. Just takes a shot of whiskey.
Thanks, John.
Disclaimer, kids, we do not condone drinking on this
No.
show.
No. We stay sober here.
We
Okay.
summer.
We sober. I'm waiting for you. Like, shut up, you sack. um, Down Payment Blues. It's like, man, it's like, what
Down
is
Payment
what
Blues.
what a song. and plus Bond's voice like was so perfect in that song too. I think well he's perfect in every song,
I'm
but
gonna tell
like
you right now, Powerage, I personally think like I feel like we trashed it. Like I at least trashed it when we did the ranking for the albums. But that's because I hadn't went back and listened to it a second time. I've listened to it 3 times already. I can definitely say this, Powerage, I personally believe like it's
it's a
like
good one.
it's the second best Bond album because Highway to Hell is always gonna be my favorite from Bond.
Oh yeah,
Like Powerage is right underneath it, like really close.
right. Um, it's like you said, like Bond, like when he was still alive, bless his soul. Um, like he brought so much like oomph and like I guess like vocal range when he did
Energy.
and energy and like you it made you believe like what you were hearing kind of thing.
Yeah.
Whereas like I mean Brian like yeah like he did very well himself but it wasn't like compared to like Bond's energy. And I mean Brian's like he's charismatic and stuff like he'll move and jive and all that stuff but it's like Bond like he can like like stretch that vocal cord like one song comes to mind like Night Prowler
Oh
for
Lord.
example that one like he like when it gets towards the end of the song it's like yeah like bring that very very low um and it's like it's a very good song. I highly recommend it for
Hell
people.
yeah. Hell yeah. Down payment blues.
Down payment blues.
So for me, I put Shake Your Foundations at number 5. I had to put it in the top 5. I'm not gonna lie though, that and number 6, the Jack, are like really close for me right now. I kind of wish we would have picked Treat because that would have been my tiebreaker right there. Um, Shake Your Foundations is really, really good. Not to mention, it's on not one but 2 albums. It's on Fly on the Wall, but it's also on the following album, Who Made Who, which I really don't know why people consider that an album. Like, I get that there's 2 or 3 new tracks.
Three
There's
three
three
new
because
ones.
there's 2 instrumentals and then Who Made Who.
Mhm.
Um,
But it's just
so
basically a
yeah,
compilation album.
compilation, yeah. Like, and to be honest, but again, I guess I consider it something new because there's 3 tracks that are new. Anyways, Shaky Foundations is really good. It's always been a really catchy song for me. Uh, it's always been one of my go-tos from Fly on the Wall to listen to. Uh, Again, it's just overall good. Like, I still will firmly stand my ground about that album. Sure, production wasn't there, but it's freaking amazing.
Yeah, is I actually heard one of the songs. I heard Sink the Pink earlier today or the other day,
Good,
and I was
as you
like,
should.
whoa, that's a good thing we're listening to it now.
All right, so number 4, I put Hard as a Rock.
I put Shake Your Foundations here.
Okay, that's cool. We're pretty much kind of on the same page for that track. I'm gonna go ahead and do mine real quick. Hard as a Rock, literally the only ball breaker song we got in this. I'm actually really starting to like ball breaker. Like, I've listened to it multiple times, and each time it's kind of gotten better. Um, Hard as a Rock opening track. I've known this track since I was little. So again, kind of a sentimental value thing to me. My dad played ball breaker in the car a lot on the CD. Um, it's just a good song, to be honest. I love the sound of the guitar on this whole album. But this had to be my top 5. Again, sentimental value and enjoyment is kind of what I am basing it off for this track. But yeah.
Yeah, I get that. Shake Your Foundations. Oh man, what a song!
For
Like
real.
it's it's and this is Brian and stuff too. So it's like
Ay-yi-yo.
Shake Your Foundation. It's like it makes you feel pumped, like pumped up to do something
Dance.
or dance or something. like yeah, like you said, like fly on the wall, like the I guess put in terms, the foundation wasn't perfect. Like the equipment and like the and all that stuff, it was not perfect. But I mean, hey, they did the best they could with what they had.
And to be honest, we really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Uh, and it's like I had to put it in my top five because I was like, if I didn't, I think I would be doing a just disjustice. I was trying to say.
Yeah. Ah. All right, top three. Oh boy, here we go. Number
Talking about that,
three. Oh boy.
I put "Sin for the Man" here.
Wow, that is
Hmm.
high. I put whole lot of Rosie here.
Okay.
I'll let you
Hmm.
go first.
I put "Sin for the Man" high because I was like, I kind of enjoyed it. I had listened to it a few more times. Um, I kind of liked it more and more and more. Um, it's not my favorite song, but like when I had listened to it more and more and more, I was like, okay, I had gotten like most of the words down, but not all of it. But I just listened to it at random times, like when I'm just or I just put it on shuffle or something. And I'm just like, "Send fucking man." Every time I hear the song, it reminds me of the Botchamania, and it's like "Send for the Man," and uh, it's like rock, like going down this corridor and stuff. But I, I mean, there's not much else to say about it, to be honest with you.
It's a good song, and I'm really
Yeah.
surprised that you put it as like number three. That's crazy. Big
Huh.
hats off. Um, I had to go a whole lot of Rosie. It's a classic. I've known this song since I was little, and I hear it here and there on the radio. I kind of wish I heard it more. It's a classic from Bon Scott. I mean, if you listen to AC/DC, you have to know the song. Like, it's basically a story about Bon Scott and one night with a fucking massive woman. Can't get any better than that, though. I love it. It's a good track. Not to mention from a really good album. So, number two, I put Sink the Pink.
I put Jailbreaker.
Wow, okay. So, that must mean,
Well,
what's your number
yes.
one?
My number one is "Sink the Pink."
So, we basically just did a fucking backwards thing.
Yeah, that's what we
I,
always do.
I put Jailbreak at number one, but let's talk about Sink the Pink.
Okay, so
Because I put that at number two and you put it at number one. So, like, let's just talk about it and we'll tell why we put it where.
let's talk about that. I mean, the story behind it is kind of like interesting too, because when we did the breakdown of "Fly on the Wall," it was um, it was about like like drugs and stuff like back in the day, and
Yeah.
and Brian was like talking about that, and actually the riff and and the rhythm of guitar and stuff um like was pretty perfect. And I love the drums and all that stuff too. Like everybody, you know, had their own part to play and they played it perfectly in that song, I think.
Absolutely. I agree with that. Again, this is another situation where I kind of wish we had Treat because this would have been another tie. Um, Sink the Pink is just really good. It has to be my favorite song, I believe, from Fly on the Wall. You can't get any better with that. I mean, it's so fucking good. It's catchy, and to be honest, like listening to it, you couldn't even tell it's a Fly on the Wall song. You would just think, oh, this was on some other Brian Johnson album that was kind of produced a little bit better. No, this was on Fly on the Wall. It's just really well written. It's really well organized as a song. But I had to put Jailbreak at number one because I believe when we did our top 10 songs back in like December or January, Um, I had this song in my top five alongside, I remember Squealer was on there as well. I
Hmm.
had to put it number one because logically it makes sense. Um, I love this song, and it's always been one of my favorite AC/DC songs. I heard it a lot growing up as a kid. My parents had it on one of the LimeWire CDs they had back in the day, and this is where I heard it because it's just so fucking good. It's a shame that it never made the U.S. version of Dirty Deeds, but it is on the '74 Jailbreak EP. Um, but hey, at least we finally got blessed with it. Like what? It's like 9 odd years later, because I
Hmm.
believe Dirty Deeds came out. I think '75. I think, or '76. I think it was '76 when it came out. Yeah, because High Voltage and that, yeah, High Voltage was released that year as well. Yeah, it was '76, so it released in '84, the EP. So that's about 8 years later, excuse me. Um, hey, at least we got it. So Jailbreak's good. That's it. So why did you put Jailbreak below Sink to Pink? Was it a close tie for you too?
Hmm. Very close tie. But like I said, I was prepared for whatever curveball you threw at me.
Whereas I'm not for this Thursday.
But I'm not gonna knock down Jailbreak. It's a very catchy song and stuff, and the video is funny as too.
It is. It takes place in like kind of like a desert, like a canyon or whatever.
Hmm.
I remember that. It's actually a rare music video. It's hard to find, but it's on there. Um, but yeah, overall, this that song's like super unique. Like they got like the freaking heartbeats, and then the freaking like it's like right towards like the middle of the song. There's like a silent part. He's like with the bullet in his back, and then the music kicks back in. Like that's fucking cool.
Hmm.
But anyways, that wraps up Random Ranking AECDC Edition Episode 3, the Trick or Treat Special. What'd you guys think? I hope you guys enjoyed. Where would you guys rank these songs, including the wild card? Where would you guys rank these on our list? Let us know on social media, down in the comments, wherever you guys want to get a hold of us. So, as I mentioned before, this Thursday we're doing the same exact thing again, but Def Leppard edition. This is going to be very, very hard, very, very tough. This will be episode 4 of Random Ranking Def Leppard edition. So, I guess we've done a lot of those. Um, of course, Dystro already has the list, but he's in charge of picking out the wild card, which he will not be able to tell me what it is until the episode starts. So that's going to be interesting as hell. It means I'm going to have to rewrite my list. But these are the 10 songs up for grabs this Thursday for episode 4. We have Kings of Oblivion, Rocket, Tear It Down, Stage Fright, Animal, Unbelievable, Wasted, Open Your Eyes, Too Late for Love, but the Drastic Symphonies version, and No Matter What. Now, as soon as I saw the Drastic Symphonies version of Too Late for Love and Stage Fright in one freaking list, I'm like, oh no.
This is gonna be tough.
Yeah, this is going to be bad. And the funny thing is, I just listened to X again about a month ago, I think. And Unbelievable is one of the tracks. So I kind of have it fresh in my mind still how it sounds. So that's kind of an advantage. But as I always say, if you need to go back and listen to any of those songs, Daisho, feel free to go ahead and do so,
Hmm.
even if it's just for pleasure.
Okay.
Anyways, so that'll be this Thursday. If you guys want to tune in, be sure to do that. I am very curious to see what wild card Dystro throws in here at us. It's probably going to be something hard to fucking put on the list that I literally already have written down and ranked. But anyways. Oh yes, I have Song of the Night tonight. So I was gonna go with an AC/DC song, but I've changed my mind. Blink. Blink 182, of course. It's Blinktober. they're releasing the new album this Friday, and we will be listening to it together Friday night. And I am super, super excited because this will be the first album they've done with Tom since the 2012 EP Dogs Eating Dogs. Um, I'm going to go with the newest track they just released on Thursday
Hmm.
called Fell in Love. Now, this is a bit of a shorter track. It's about 2 minutes long, a little over 2 minutes. Very, very good track. Very pop punkish. You could definitely tell this is pop punk. Um, so, Fell in Love by Blink 182, that's the song for tonight. There is a lyric video for it only. So, if you guys would like to check that out, there will be a link at the top right hand corner of this episode that will pop up. Go ahead and take a listen. I'm sure you guys will not be disappointed, especially if you're a Blink 182 fan just like me and Dystro here. Speaking of the new album, we do plan on doing a breakdown episode for that in November. However, I think we might have to do it in two parts because this album is one track longer than California. California was 16 tracks. This one, I believe, is going to be 17. So we definitely may have to split it into two parts, which is completely fine. We're still going to rank it and break it down just like we would do any other album. Um, so that'll be coming in November. So stay tuned for that. If you guys stuck around to the very end, we greatly appreciate your support. Go on ahead and follow us on social media by clicking on that link in the description below. That'll take you to Linktree. We have Instagram, TikTok, Reddit, and Twitter. Go on ahead and follow us there to keep up to date with the show, as well as our YouTube page. Go to the YouTube page that we have, click on the community tab, and that's where all of our updates will be posted as well. It's very important you guys keep up to date with the show. Also, Dystro's YouTube channel is there as well in that Linktree website. We're trying to get you to 1,000 subs. What are you at right now?
Well, okay. So this morning I was at 997,
Oh,
but then earlier on today I was at 998, and then went to 999, and then went back down to 997.
wow. You're
So
3 subscribers away, my friend, from 1,000 on your channel. That is huge. Y'all better go subscribe to him and show him some love. He uploads weekly gaming content. Recently, we've played GTA, we've played WWE 2K23. Gonna be playing some more stuff this week, so be sure to keep an eye on his channel for some more content. Go subscribe to him, share his stuff around. Let's get him to 1,000. My original goal was the end of the year, so it may happen way sooner than that, and that's freaking cool. So thank you guys. And once again, take a listen to tonight's song of the night, "Fell in Love" by Blink 182, and that's it. Thanks for listening, guys, and we'll catch you guys this Thursday. Peace.
peace.